Hi everybody, welcome to this week's vlog. First of all, it is Sunday, exactly when I am taping this. So for those of you that celebrate Easter, happy Easter. Those of you that celebrated Passover, I hope you had a great Saturday. And of course, those of you that don't celebrate anything at all, hey, good morning. How are you? So, let's clear a few things up. Now, the one thing that I hope out of this that I don't get is 1,000 haters are going to hate this, that, the other, and stuff like that, because that's not what this is going to start out as and how it's going to end. It transitions into the point that I am really going to hit home, which is positive. So the negative parts, you got to see where I'm going with it and how many movie references I probably make. I'll leave that up to you, Kabuki. So, anyways, as you know, last week we decided to throw down the gauntlet on a situation that had happened. And just to close that door very quickly, Dino had sent me an email and a phone number, as I would hope. Now, if you thought I ran and hide like a lot of other people would do, no, I picked up that phone and I gave him a call. And here's the thing that I'm going to end with this, okay? He wasn't totally wrong, okay? Because the people that he was talking about, he was exactly 100% right. The thing was, I didn't want to be lumped into that crowd, and I was going to push back because he didn't do his homework, okay? There are people that have 100,000 people watching, subscriptions and watching them, and they're saying they can't buy paint. Are you kidding? With the amount of views, even though YouTube doesn't pay a lot of money, you are getting YouTube money, okay? And I didn't like the thing of being taken out of context with the business thing. Patreon is not a business, okay? But YouTube is, okay? And I don't care how you look at it. So with that said, we agreed, we talked, and listen, again, I love this game. I think it's great. I like Dino. I met him in the past, okay? I just felt it was taken out of context, and he agreed with it, and he understood I did what I did, and we are good, okay? We hugged it out over the phone if you could, and when I see him, I will hug it out with him, and we're good. And that's good when two men can come together and be able to talk about things and be able to get things off their chest and put it aside. It doesn't have to be this whole hatred thing. Well, I hate you now. No, it isn't. If you have a grievance, come see me. Come see me and talk to me. It doesn't mean I'm going to start throwing punches. Who knows? Maybe we will. You never know. But if you don't try to talk it out and figure things out, what's the point? Then you're just a coward hiding behind a keyboard. And that's what I feel about that. And again, I'm happy with the way it ended, and it is a dead issue. I wasn't leaving the channel, but I was going to end the Patreon, because is it really worth it? If that's what people really believed, and that's why I put it out there the way I did. But that leads me to another situation. It's really kind of disturbing. Okay, if anybody's noticed, I'll put up videos, but before I even come on live, I've already got a couple thumbs down. And I figured out who they were because I had erased a couple comments of them. Okay, and I decided to go check out and see what possibly could be their problem. Well, it's a couple painting channels. And here's what really bothers me about this. And I want you guys to really think about this, okay? A lot of you people have homes, okay? And I am a very old school guy, okay? A lot of other people would just say, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But no, I'm somebody that when you do something cowardly like that, I would like to know, what's the point? You haven't even seen the material. If it stinks, okay, thumbs it down. I don't care. All I'm going to say is to you on the other side that enjoy it, make sure you thumbs it up to counteract it, okay? Because the only thing that they're trying to do is hurt this channel, and that's fine. But to go back to what I'm trying to say is, you have a majority of you have homes, And if somebody walks on your yard, okay, and decides to put a table there and have a picnic and destroy your yard, you're going to make them get off your yard, no matter how you take it, okay? And that's what I'm on here to say. Get off my yard. Go play somewhere else. Because I checked out their sites, okay? And the scary thing about it is they are trying to imitate every single thing I do, okay? Because they don't have a free thought in their head, okay? They don't understand why their thing is only, a couple thousand people that follow them. You know, the sad thing about it is they're better painters than I am. And I can admit that. And I'm not a good painter. I never thought I was. Okay? But what I try to do and what they're trying to do are two different things. When they look at a lens, they're looking at it for themselves to be famous. They want to be famous. And they're jealous. And jealousy will kill and eat you alive. Okay? It'll eat you alive, especially in this business. I never look at it. Listen, when I try to do a review or something like that, there are people in this business that have already covered that game, and I look at it and I go, there's no way I can do anything half as good as that. Let's take the game I played yesterday. Aventura. Ant Labs, him and Francis, Anthony and Francis did such a beautiful job doing a playthrough and explaining the rules to everybody. And they did it about a year ago. I did the game by myself, and I had a little twist. I talked a little bit about it. I wanted to make people learn about not learn about the game, but see how beautiful this game really is. Is my video anywhere close to theirs? No. Did I go thumbs there down? No. There are always going to be people that are better than you, and that are always going to have a better message. I can't review as well as everybody else. I give you my thoughts on games, but I'm not going to sit there and add to the 20 reviews that are that much better and then just put mine out there and go, oh well, here's my review of it, and try to do something snarky to try to get a reaction. No. I just give you my thoughts, and that's it. Because there are better people that explain it, play it, and review it. And it's as simple as that. I'm here for a whole different reason, okay? You see, I don't get in front of this camera to more or less try to make myself famous. Listen, I've got 7,000 people. And as of this week, I'm starting the 3rd year, okay? My 3rd year. Okay, we're 3 years old. Okay, and we're working on our 4th year. And this is the year that we do not get pushed anymore. We will not back up. Okay? And I'm gonna bite back. Okay? It's no more Mr. Nice Guy. But the thing is, when I turn on that camera, on the other side of that lens are so many of you that I've gotten to know, that I see, that have liked things, and also hated things. Heck, I try to ban Team on every chance I get, but I don't. He has an opinion, and sometimes he's just snarky just to be snarky, because he's a crotchety old man. That's as simple as it is. But we love him all the same. You're here, and I open up that camera and I hit that button because my thing is to touch people, to move people. Out of 20 of you that maybe watch, I don't look at how many subscriber counts there are and get jealous and decide to thumb down other people. That would be foolish, and it's stupid. My thing is to reach out on the other side of that camera, and I know there are people out there, and to find them, and to get them to experience different things. The beauty of playing games, or playing some video games, or interacting with someone else, or learning how to paint, or maybe I can teach you something that maybe you just didn't know, and then maybe I just give you enough that you're so much better than me that you go off to somebody else. And I've said this 1,000 times. I said this 1,000 times. I'm not gonna take anything from the notes I made. I made a couple of notes. Listen, these guys that just come there and thumb things down, who are they hurting? They're just hurting themselves. because they're pathetic. Okay? Which kind of transitions. We're going to transition a little bit. Okay? So all I'm going to say to these individuals and a couple others that I know that do this to me because they just don't like me, it's okay you don't like me, I don't care. But go on somebody else's yard. Go bother somebody else. You're just wasting your own energy. Your own non-talented energy. Okay? And it's as simple as that. It's simple as that. Okay? It's almost embarrassing because they try to take you guys as fools. Okay? They have a little bit of following and they're able to fool. They're like that guy that stands on the mountain and says, hey, this, that, the other, and then the minute your back's turned, hey, let's pass around the basket and see how much you can put in there and how much money I can go buy a new Cadillac with. Okay? That's all it is. That's all they want. They don't see people on the other side. They don't see the Kabukis, the Sue Parks, the Marks, and all the other people. You know, when I asked about doing new segments, it wasn't because I was frustrated over the part that people weren't watching things or I didn't have a certain amount of subscribers, because neither one of those things mattered. What mattered was I go, am I doing things that people want? That's what I want to know, because I do look on the other side and I see on the other side of the people. I do see other names. Let's take Kabuki, for instance. Boy, I'm making you real popular lately, because she's also going to probably tell me how many times I'm going to reference different movies during this. But let's take a look at her. She goes and she's on a bunch of you. As a matter of fact, let's not just single her out. Belong to other channels. Do I get jealous over those other channels? Do I go thumb those things down or make snarky comments? No. The beauty about YouTube is one thing. Regular TV is garbage for the most part, okay? You're able to come here and it's a world where anything you want to learn, whether you want to learn how to fix this refrigerator, or you want to learn how to paint, or play a board game, or maybe you're making a decision on how to buy something, okay? And you want to get a whole bunch of different opinions. So maybe you could say, yeah, you know something, I agree with that guy. I'm going to take a shot on this. Or maybe there's something that happened in the news that you just couldn't catch up with and you want to catch up with that. Or sports, or anything. It is a world that is open to you and you can type in whatever you want and it pops up. And there's people here that you may look up to or look down to, but either way, it is entertainment and it is a resource. It is a live resource for you. And people can't understand that. They just think that a lot of people just get out in front of this camera and say, well, if I make a video and put it up, I'm going to be YouTube famous. And that's the stupidest assumption you can ever have. Because there are millions and millions of people that make videos each and every day. And for my mind to even grasp the technology behind all that, I couldn't. I couldn't. But on the other side of this camera, there's a bunch of you. There's a small bunch of you that come here for something that I have or do or give. Okay? And I rally and I do this to reach out to the people on the other side of this lens. To take their hands and help us help others. Or maybe just have some fun with you guys. I turned on that thing yesterday. I didn't want to turn it off after an hour. I was almost willing to do another scenario because I was enjoying and having so much fun just talking to you guys. Listen, I don't have a lot of friends. I live out in the middle of nowhere. I don't really have any friends. I have a couple friends at work that are dear to me. But are we able to spend a lot of time together? No. What I have is this. And a lot of you do too. This is your world. And to be able to bring you into my world and share my world with your world is an amazing thing. And it's moving beyond words. That's why I have done what I've done. So for those guys, hey, it's a shame because you have so much talent and you're wasting it worrying about trying to prove how good you are. It's not about how good you are. It's about how many people you can reach out and you can grab and you can touch and make a difference. And I'm going to transition this to people that I watch that move me in the hobby. You know, I've seen some people that do some fantastic work. Voddingham is a guy I just subscribed to, and I send him something almost every day. Not to raid his thing, but to tell him, my God, you're doing such great work. Look him up. You'll see him. He's a guy out of Britain, and he talks passionately about his love of Napoleonics, ancients, wargaming in general. Another guy, bonding with board games. Everybody knows the Chief. Chief went out and did his own thing, but you listen to the Chief talk about things. The Chief is the man. I'm telling you, because he cares. And I got to meet him at BGG Con a couple of years ago. It was very brief, but I saw him with everybody and how he interacted with people, and I go, man, that's the man right there. All right? There's a lot of good people out there. And if we all work together to teach and to move, to get people to pick up a pair of dice, to get people to pick up an airbrush, okay, like we're trying to learn, instead of thumbing down before we even do anything with it. To pick up a brush and express yourself and put it out there. Put it out there. And maybe you have your children join you. Make it a family moment. Listen, I'm not saying any of this is the answer. My God, if you guys go to a movie together, that's just as good. But if everybody just bonded together, it makes sense. It's kind of like the movie Dune. If you took out spice and you put painting in there, and you took out universe and put board gaming world, the board gaming world, it spells it all out for you. It's how things really are. Go ahead, try that and watch the movie again. You know, it's not to treat you like marks. It's to give you hope. And if anybody's seen that scene in the in a certain movie, Shawshank Redemption, when he walks up and he goes to that certain and he finds that rock underneath that tree, and he takes it and he opens up the canister and there's a note in there, and he talks about hope and what hope is, and he starts listing off of different things of hope. Well, you know something? I hope you enjoy everything I do. I hope I reach out to people. I hope I make a difference in people's lives. I hope you guys don't get fooled by all these other idiots. And they are out there. Now, there's a lot of hopes. We all hope a lot of things. But I will say this. If anybody's got a problem, you know where to find me. I train every day, and I get myself ready because I'm going to these couple of conventions. Okay? It's not hard to find me. I was born on the streets. Okay? And I fought for everything in my life like a lot of you have. Okay? And I will fight for this channel. And I will fight for what I believe in. Okay? They have alleys there. They have roads. We could just go out in the street. We can go in a dark alley. And if you're feeling brave enough, if we could talk it out, or we can wrestle it out. It don't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I'll solve it one way or another. One of us is going to be right. So instead of being a coward behind a keyboard, you can do that. Or you can join the movement. You can join the movement that we're trying to create by helping others, by being a difference, working together, to being part of the solution instead of this pettiness. And be real when you talk to the camera, because you're talking to real people on the other side. Don't put on an act, because you guys are very, very smart. You know what's real, you know what's not real. It's as simple as that. It is such a simple, easy equation. You know exactly what it's all about. So, I think we covered a lot of things, but the positive part of this is is that we're here and we're going to make a difference, and we're headed into the 4th year, and we're going to make it something special. And no, I'm not worried about what people do, but I will tell you, I will have people get off my lawn one way or another. But what I want to do is reach out to all these wonderful people. You know, we were very blessed. Miniature Market was very, very blessed to have a couple of guys come in that are really fantastic. Rolling Dice and Taking Names, Marty and Tony, their work is impeccable, and we're blessed to have them because they all believe in the same thing, board gaming. Dan and his passions, and the guy from Taking 20 or Rolling 20, and his love for Pathfinder and Starfinder, and I've watched some of his videos. I do watch the things that people do for Miniature Market because they interest me, because Stephen and I are very good friends, and when he brings somebody on, it makes a difference for me. As a matter of fact, I think I almost hurt Rolling Dice and Taking Names when Stephen asked, "What do you think of them?" I said, I think they're great guys." He goes, "Oh gee, maybe we shouldn't hire them." Joke. But anyways, you know, we have a channel here. It will continue to go on. It will continue to grow. And this is the last time I'm going to be talking about negative things about other things. Who knows? Maybe something else will come up. But I'm just going to be myself in front of this camera. And whether people like it or dislike it, that is totally up to them. So there you have it. That's this week's vlog. I hope you all have a fantastic week. We're going to back off a little things. We're only going to do a couple of videos this week because there's something special coming Tuesday and Wednesday that I'm going to try to have for later in the week. So I need to work on that. So you're going to get a double War and Pieces, and then over the weekend we will have top 5s for you, and something really, really kind of neat. I may do it live, or I may do it some other way. This is long-winded. If you made it this far, pat yourself on the back. You deserve a lot of credit. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.